already moisturized and prepped my skin. I'm gonna use a newer foundation to my collection. I recently received this in PR and I've been loving it. It's from Veil Cosmetics and this is their Sunset Skin Foundation and I am in the shade Porcelain 1G. I'm gonna take my beauty sponge. I believe this one is from Wet n Wild. Yeah, it's from Wet n Wild. I love Wet n Wild sponges. They're just as good as the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna pick up some product and I'm gonna start this isn't a super full coverage, especially when you use it with the sponge. When I use this with a brush, I get more coverage, but I would say this is light to medium. And even though it matches my skin pretty well, I still like to bring it down onto the neck. So side by side, you can see the coverage that I'm getting. It's not super full, but it does even everything out really beautifully. I would say it's dewy. Next, I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in the shade 20 CP. And I want more coverage under here and through here. Ooh, the sun is coming out. And I'm going to use this part of my sponge to blend that out. I don't rub, I just up and down. So for my eyeshadow base, instead of applying a eyeshadow primer, I just drag whatever's on my sponge from the concealer onto my lids. I'm going to take the KKW Beauty in the shade Light Contour. But there is two ends to this. I've had this for so long. One side is a little cooler than the other, so I always have to check them on the back of my hand to see. I like using the cooler one because I'm so fair. It's a look. I'm gonna take the Smashbox Cream Cheek brush and I'm gonna start blending this out. When I contour my jawline, I don't like going under. I like going kind of on top to create a shadow. And then later I'll add some bronzer to my neck to make it blend. I don't want to rub too much and disturb my foundation. And then my forehead. I like to blend this up into the hairline. For my nose contour, I like using a slanted eyeshadow brush. And I'm just gonna go... So I leave the tip of my nose as my skin, but I create this like round contour, and then I just bring it up a little bit. And with whatever's left, I like to go up in here. To add definition. And then I'm going to set my contour. I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer. I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics highlight brush. And I'm just going to go over where I contoured. I like to start towards my face and have it darker back here, and then lightly tap forward. Now I'm going to set everything. I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Cupcake. I usually just pick up from the lid. I'm going to take my Makeup Forever sponge. It's dirty. Pick up some powder. And I'm going to press this under my eyes. Bring it down the sides of my nose. With whatever's left, I'm gonna go onto my nose. Just kind of pat. I'm not rubbing, no rubbing motions. You'll disturb everything. So it's just like pressing the powder in. And bake under here. Next, I'm gonna go in with NARS Orgasm Blush, and I'm using the MAC 128S brush just above that contour. For my highlight, I'm going to take the Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek Palette, and I'm gonna go in with this highlight here. Oh, I die every time I put this on. It's not super glittery, like chunky. It just gives like a wet look to the face. I'm gonna take my sponge and go over that just to melt it into the skin. All right, I'm gonna move on to my brows. I'm gonna take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And I actually tweezed my brows this morning. I cleaned them up a bit. I'm gonna start by brushing the hair up. I think what I'm gonna do is focus on one eye and then I'll film the other one off camera. So I'm just gonna start by following my natural shape of my brow. It's really hard for me to talk and do my eyebrows, so sorry.
The relief at getting messages from Beverly's phone evaporated.
All right, so I'm going to go in with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I have been using this nonstop. I'm gonna take this shade right here for my crease. And I'm using the Wet n Wild crease brush. Wet n Wild, I feel like, is one of the most underrated brands. A clean, fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna blur the edges so there's no harsh lines. Then I'm gonna take the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I've actually been going back and forth between these two, but I really have been wanting, I haven't used this color yet, to use the shade Flare. So beautiful. And I'm gonna lay that down on my lid. Bringing it up into the crease. That crease color that I laid down first really helps blend this into the crease. So that's basically our transition. This is such a pretty color. Oh my gosh. Wow. Ooh. I love that. Wow. I'm bringing it above the crease just because I like the way it looks. That is beautiful. Next, I'm gonna take Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner pencil in Demolition. I'm gonna warm it up a bit on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go in and just line. I'm gonna smudge this on my lash line. I don't want it too thick. I'm going to take this Wet n Wild slanted eyeliner brush and I'm gonna wipe it onto the brush and get it on there good. And I'm gonna line the inner part of my eye. Now for any fallout, I like using a big fluffy brush like this and just sweeping it under my eye. I'm so mad I got my brow pencil right here because this is such a tough area to fix and I don't want to mess it up, so it's just gonna have to be like that. I'm gonna go back in with this shade Flare and a small crease brush. I'm gonna take this to the lower lash line. I'm gonna put it pretty heavy. Don't be afraid to take your shadows to your lower lash line. It looks so good. Just have to trust the process. I'm going all the way in, all the way to the end. I'm going to be trying out a new mascara, L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. I can always tell if I'm gonna like a mascara within like the first 2 swipes. And so far, so good. Wow. Okay, this mascara is fire. Wow. Oh. Do you guys see that? I was gonna do falsies, but I don't have to. This looks great. Oh my gosh. For my lips, I'm gonna take MAC Dervish. This is almost gone. I need to get a new one. It is like the perfect mauvey, nudie pink. I'm going to overline my lips. Okay, I'm also going to contour. I forgot to do this a little bit under my lip. I cannot stop wearing this. I've worn it every single day for the past month. I love it so much. It's the Laura Mercier Petal Soft Lipstick in Camille, and it's a twisty, so you just twist it up. And I love the way it plays with the MAC Dervish. And I love how it looks with this eye. I am actually going to finish my other eye, so this all comes together. I'll be right back. Okay, other eye is done. I love it so much. I feel like if you have green or hazel eyes, this is really going to make them pop. But I feel like it would look beautiful on anyone. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I need to go wash the back of my hand. And I'm about to film another video, so make sure you are subscribed so you can see the next upload, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.